Ethan Cole had never been this far from Earth before. The space station floated high above a dying blue star, its metal hull reflecting faint light from the collapsing sun. He felt a strange mix of excitement and fear as he stepped off the transport shuttle and into the station's main hallway. His assignment was simple, or at least it had seemed simple: check air systems, monitor power panels, and keep the station running. Nothing about this trip had mentioned danger or strange alien voices. The station was enormous, with corridors that twisted like a giant metal maze. Alien creatures walked the halls, most of them taller than any human. Some had 4 arms, others had eyes that seemed to glow faintly in the dim lights. Ethan tried not to stare. He reminded himself that everyone here was part of a joint peace program. Humans and aliens were working together for research and survival. His first days were quiet. He learned to operate the machines, take readings, and check the systems. He met a few human co-workers, including Lily Barnes, who had been on the station for nearly a year. She was cheerful and practical, always carrying a small toolkit and a digital tablet. Ethan liked her calm presence. She had already warned him about following all rules carefully. But one corridor felt different from the rest. It was dimmer, colder, and quieter. Alien guards in silver armor stood at the end of the hall, near a single black door. Ethan's supervisor, Verrill, a tall, insect-like being with shining exoskeleton, stopped him one morning when he passed by. "This door is restricted," Verrill said, in a voice that sounded like scraping metal. "You will not enter." "No questions. This is not a place for humans." Ethan nodded, though his curiosity grew stronger. He had learned early that curiosity could get people in trouble on this station. Still, there was something about that door. He couldn't explain it. Later, while fixing a sensor near the black door, Ethan thought he heard a soft voice. It was faint, almost like a whisper carried in his mind. "Please don't come closer," it said. He froze. The hallway was empty. Only the hum of machines filled the air. He told himself he imagined it. Humans were tired, new to space, and often heard things that weren't real. Yet the whisper came again, softer this time. "Please don't look. If you see me, you will feel hurt." Ethan stepped back from the door. A cold shiver ran down his spine. This was no normal warning. It sounded like a human voice. Young and scared. Over the next few days, Ethan could not stop thinking about the black door. He worked in nearby corridors, pretending to check panels, hoping for another whisper. Sometimes, late at night, the voice returned. "Ethan, please don't look," it said softly. He didn't know how she knew his name. He had never spoken it aloud near the hallway. It was unnerving. He kept his distance, but he felt drawn to the voice. It was lonely, scared, and something in it seemed human, though he could not explain why. One evening, he told Lily about the strange whisper. They sat in the human lounge, sipping synthetic coffee. "You mean like telepathy?" Lily asked, raising an eyebrow. "Some alien species can speak directly into minds. Maybe this is one of them." Ethan shrugged. "But why me? Why here? Why now?" Lily shook her head. "Maybe curiosity is dangerous in space. Stay away from that door. Seriously, if the voice wanted you, it would reach you some other way." But Ethan could not stay away. He found himself lingering near the black door, listening for her. The whisper grew familiar, almost like a friend calling from behind a wall. "I am Kira," the voice said one day, quiet but clear. "I am not human. I am something else. Please don't come. It will hurt you." Ethan froze. Kira was not giving him any details, yet she trusted him enough to speak her name. There was something about it, something fragile. Why are you locked up?" Ethan whispered back, unsure if she could hear him, unsure if speaking aloud would disturb the telepathy. "I was hurt," she said. "A long time ago." The doctors here, they keep me safe, but I am dangerous. If you see me, your heart will shatter. Ethan frowned. Heart? Shatter? What do you mean? Her voice trembled. You cannot understand. Just, please don't look. Stay away. He nodded, though he felt an ache in his chest. No one else had ever warned him about someone in this way. His curiosity, his human need to help, was growing stronger. He started to watch the hallway more carefully, pretending he had work nearby. He learned small things about Kira without seeing her. She spoke about stars, nebulae, and distant worlds in colors he could not imagine. She seemed lonely, trapped, afraid of becoming a weapon or a tool for someone else. One night, while walking back to his quarters, Ethan heard her voice again. Ethan, I know you want to look. I know you will try. Just promise me, if you ever see me, you will be careful. Don't let it break you. Ethan stopped and whispered back, I don't know if I can promise that. I don't want you to be alone. Then stay away, she said softly. I cannot risk you. Ethan spent days wondering. What could she be that one look could shatter a heart? Was she an alien weapon? A sick child? A star-born entity? The questions twisted in his mind, but he could not resist feeling drawn to her. He spoke to Lily again, trying to explain the strange connection he felt. It is like she trusts me without seeing me, like she knows I won't hurt her. Lily frowned. Ethan, sometimes humans are too soft for this station. Sometimes we see things we cannot survive. Be careful. But Ethan could not stop. He stayed close to the black door when he could. He whispered simple things about Earth, about blue skies, about the way coffee smells in the morning. She answered him with small laughs and soft words. He noticed how her voice always trembled when she mentioned her past, how she avoided explaining what had happened to her world. She said only that it was destroyed in a war, that she survived, and that she was kept here for safety. Ethan realized she blamed herself for surviving, though it was not her fault. He wanted to tell her she was not alone, but he knew words might not reach her fully. He wanted to protect her, even though he had no way to do it yet. Over time, Ethan began to feel her emotions in his own chest. Her fear made him anxious. Her sadness made him quiet. Her brief smiles made him feel warmth. He was drawn in completely, even though he had never seen her face. The black door became a place of quiet waiting. He would check sensors, fix air ducts, and make small noises so she would know he was there. She would answer with whispers that only he could hear, each one a thread tying them closer together. One day, while working nearby, Ethan stopped again. The voice was soft but urgent. Please, Ethan, if you ever come closer, you must be ready. You will see me, and it will hurt you in ways you cannot imagine. He swallowed hard. I don't want you to be alone. Then be careful, she said. Please don't look. I do not want your heart to shatter. Ethan walked away slowly, heart pounding. He knew he had made a silent promise to stay near her, to care for her from afar. But he also knew the pull of curiosity was dangerous. Something about Kira was extraordinary, beyond his understanding, and he was helplessly drawn to her. As he reached his quarters, he could still hear her faint whispers in his mind, soft and pleading. Please, don't look. Don't come too close. I cannot risk you breaking. He lay in his bunk, staring at the ceiling, thinking about a girl he had never seen, locked behind a black door whose voice had already begun to shape his heart. He did not know what she was, why she was there, or what would happen next. All he knew was that he could not stop thinking about her, and he could not ignore the strange pull she had on him. Outside, the blue star burned quietly. Inside, Ethan's heart was already tethered to something extraordinary, something dangerous, and something achingly human. The first part of Ethan and Kira's story had begun. He had met her not with his eyes but with his heart, and already he knew his life would never be the same. Ethan could not stop thinking about Kira. Every day, while checking air systems and fixing power panels, he found himself walking slowly near the black door, hoping to hear her voice again. She had warned him not to come closer, not to look, but her whispers were gentle and lonely, and Ethan could not ignore them. One evening, as he passed by the hallway, he heard her voice clear and soft, like a thread reaching out through the metal walls. "Ethan, I hear you. You are here again." He stopped, crouching near the panel he had been repairing. I just wanted to say hi. You are not alone. I mean, at least I'm nearby." There was a short pause. Then she whispered, "You are kind, but please, you cannot stay here long. I cannot risk anything." Ethan smiled softly. "I know. I'm careful. I promise. I like talking to you. It helps me feel like I'm not so far from home." Her laugh was quiet, almost like a breeze. "You remind me of the humans I met before. They are small, fragile, but stubborn. They keep going even when they are scared." Ethan felt warmth in his chest. Even though he had never seen her, he felt connected. Talking to Kira was different from talking to anyone else on the station. She listened, she noticed him, and she shared small parts of herself. Over the next days, Ethan spent more time near the hallway. He made small noises, tapped on pipes gently, and sometimes hummed simple tunes from Earth. Kira answered quietly, and sometimes she even laughed, careful not to focus her energy too strongly. "You hear music?" Ethan asked one day. "You sound like you can imagine it in colors." "Is that right?" "Yes," she whispered. "Sounds and colors, shapes and feelings. I see them all. Some are soft and gentle, like your voice. Some are sharp, like pain or fear. Most are lonely." Ethan felt a pang of sadness. "Lonely. You must have been lonely for a long time." "Yes," she said softly. "Longer than you can imagine. I remember my home world, before the war, before everything burned. I was small, but they told me I could survive even if it meant being locked away." "They told you that?" Ethan asked. He felt anger in his chest. "Who would do that to a child? To anyone?" Her voice trembled. "I survived because I had to. They said I was special. Dangerous, too. They told me if anyone looked at me wrong, it would break them." Ethan's stomach tightened. "Break? How?" "I cannot explain fully. My body, my mind, they are not normal. Even a short look can hurt people. Sometimes it destroys memories. Sometimes it makes them sick with what they feel inside me. I cannot let it happen to anyone, not even you." Ethan swallowed hard. He thought about her loneliness and fear. He also thought about the small moments of joy she had shared with him, the quiet laughter, the whispered stories of stars. He wanted to help her, even though he did not know how. Can you see me?" he asked softly. "Like really see me?" There was a long pause. Then she whispered, "I can feel you. Your energy. It is bright and gentle. Tired too, but gentle. That is enough for now." Ethan smiled, feeling proud. "I'm glad. It is enough for me too, to feel you." Over the next few days, Ethan learned more about Kira, though only in small pieces. She spoke about the war that had destroyed her world, though she avoided details. She spoke about alien stars, colorful nebulae, and strange energy patterns that humans could barely imagine. She spoke about the doctors and scientists who kept her alive and the ways they studied her. She hated being studied, but she had no choice. One night, she told him a story about a soldier who had tried to see her fully. "He came too close," she whispered. "He thought he could understand me. He looked, and he screamed. They had to remove him from the station. I beg the doctors to never let it happen again. That is why I am locked away, to protect everyone, even those who care." Ethan felt a deep ache in his chest. He wanted to tell her that she was not alone, that he would stay careful, that he would protect her in the only way he could. "I will not make you hurt anyone," he said softly. "I will be careful. I promise." Her voice was barely audible. "Ethan, even if you promise, sometimes it is not enough. There are things you cannot imagine, things you cannot prepare for. It will hurt, even if I try to hold it back." Ethan felt fear, but he also felt determination. He could not turn away from her. He could not leave her alone, even if it meant feeling pain himself. He had seen loneliness before. He had lost people he cared about. He could not let Kira face this alone. He told her stories of Earth. He spoke about quiet streets, sunny afternoons, coffee, music, and small things humans enjoyed. She seemed to respond better to these, and her laughter became more frequent, though always careful. "Humans are strange," she whispered one day. "You see me, and you are still kind, even knowing what could happen." "Humans can be stubborn," Ethan said with a small laugh. "We sometimes walk into danger just to help someone we care about, even if it hurts us." There was silence for a moment. Then she whispered, "You are like the others I remember. Small, fragile, and stubborn. Maybe that is why I can trust you." Ethan's chest tightened. Trust from Kira was a gift, even through whispers. He felt the weight of it, and he knew he could not betray it. As days passed, Ethan also noticed changes in himself. He felt her emotions more clearly. When she was sad, his chest hurt. When she laughed, he felt warmth he had never known. When she feared, his stomach twisted. He realized he was connected to her in a way that went beyond words. Lily noticed the changes too. One evening, she said, "Ethan, you are acting different. You vanish near the black door more often. You talk to someone I cannot see. This could be dangerous. Aliens on this station. They are unpredictable. Be careful." Ethan nodded. "I know. I am careful. I promise." Lily frowned, unsure if she could fully trust his words. "Just don't let curiosity get the better of you. It could hurt more than your body." Ethan understood, but he also knew that he could not ignore Kira. She needed someone to listen, to care, even if it was only through whispers. He stayed near the hallway at night, pretending to check systems while speaking softly to her. She told him about the patterns she saw in people, the colors of their energy. She told him that his pattern was gentle and bright, even if tired. Ethan felt proud. He felt seen in a way no one else had ever seen him. One night, she whispered urgently, "They are planning something, a test. They want to use me. I do not know what will happen. It is dangerous. Ethan, I am scared." He froze. "Use you? For what?" "I cannot say fully," she replied. "But it is a trial with the star, a field of energy. It could stabilize the star, or it could destroy everything nearby. I do not want to be used. I do not want to hurt anyone. But I am afraid they will force me." Ethan's stomach sank. He had never thought of her as a weapon, yet it seemed she could be one. He wanted to hold her, to protect her, but she was still behind the black door, beyond his reach. "You will not be alone," he whispered. "Even if I cannot see you, I will stay near. I will help you in any way I can." She paused. "Even if it means your heart breaks?" Ethan swallowed. "Even then, humans are good at carrying broken hearts. It is how we survive. I cannot leave you alone." Her voice softened, a mixture of relief and sorrow. "Ethan, you are brave. Or foolish. Maybe both. Thank you for staying. Even if I cannot show you everything yet, I feel you. And that is enough." Over the next days, Ethan watched the hallway more closely. He listened, whispered, and waited. The station grew busier, alarms sounded occasionally, and alien guards passed by. Yet Ethan always returned, always found a way to be near her. Kira began to trust him more, though she remained cautious. She told him small details of her past, hints of her power, and the loneliness she had endured. Ethan listened without judgment, offering small comforts in his voice. One night, she said, "Please, Ethan, promise me something. If they ever try to force me into the trial, do not come. Do not look. I do not want you to break too." Ethan felt the weight of her words. He wanted to promise, but he also knew he could not. I cannot promise that. I will try, but I cannot leave you alone. You need me too much." There was silence, then a soft whisper, almost a sigh. Then, "Be careful. I trust you, even if it hurts." Ethan nodded. He knew the days ahead would be dangerous, yet he felt more connected than ever. He had found someone extraordinary, locked behind a black door, whose trust he had earned without ever seeing her. He walked back to his quarters that night, heart pounding. Outside, the blue star burned faintly. Inside, Ethan carried a new burden, the knowledge that Kira was not just locked away. She was alone, powerful, and fragile, and he had already begun to care more than he had ever cared for anyone before. The whisper returned as he lay down, soft and gentle in his mind. "Thank you, Ethan, for staying, for listening, for being here, even if you do not see me." Ethan closed his eyes. "I'm not going anywhere. Not while you are here." And so the connection between Ethan and Kira grew stronger, woven through whispers, quiet stories, and shared trust. The black door remained closed, but in their hearts, a bond had formed, one that would shape the days to come. Ethan Cole felt a new kind of fear that day. The station was unusually quiet. Even the hum of the air system seemed lower, as if the whole place was holding its breath. He had been near the black door, talking softly with Kira, when alarms suddenly blared through the corridors. Red emergency lights flashed, and a loud voice echoed from the intercom. "All personnel, stay at your stations. This is not a drill. Security lockdown initiated." Ethan froze. His heart raced. He glanced at the black door, hoping to hear Kira's voice. He did. "Ethan, they are starting. I can feel it. You should leave." He shook his head. "No, I cannot leave you. Not now." Kira's whisper was urgent, almost shaking. "Please, if you come, you must be careful. This is dangerous. The field is unstable." Ethan swallowed hard. He knew something important was happening, something he had been warned about but never fully understood. He had only glimpsed hints of her power and the danger she carried in the form of energy that could hurt anyone who looked too closely. Now that danger was real, and it was unfolding. Later, he overheard a conversation while fixing a power panel nearby. Alien scientists spoke quietly in the hall, but their words carried easily. "The convergence trial will begin immediately," one said. "We will use her to stabilize the star. If successful, this sector will be safe. If not, we risk catastrophic energy release." "She must be prepared," another replied. "But her presence alone could kill unprotected observers. Keep the humans away." Ethan's stomach twisted. Kira had warned him about this. She had told him not to look, not to come near if they tried to use her. Yet now it seemed there was no choice. The trial was starting. The star, a dying blue sun, flared outside the station. Lights flickered. Alarms screamed. The metal walls vibrated with the raw energy from the star. He ran to Lily Barnes, who was at her station monitoring system integrity. "Lily, they're starting. The trial. Kira is involved. She's in danger." Lily's eyes widened. "Ethan, The orders are clear. You cannot go near her. Humans cannot survive direct exposure to her energy. It will destroy you." Ethan shook his head. "I cannot just leave her alone. She's scared. She's asking for someone to stay. I have to be there." Lily grabbed his arm. "Ethan, listen to me. It's not just danger, it's lethal. Your mind cannot handle what she is. You will break." He pulled free gently. "I know, but I can't ignore her. I can't. I won't." He ran toward the black door, ignoring the warnings of the human officers and the alien guards. As he moved, he heard Kira's voice, stronger and more urgent than ever. "Ethan, please don't look. If you see me, it will break you. It will destroy your heart." Ethan's chest ached. He wanted to obey, but he could not. The thought of leaving her alone while the station risked collapse made him feel helpless. He knew the moment of choice had arrived. He could turn back, protect himself, and survive. Or he could face the danger and stay with Kira. He reached the door. The locks had failed in the system overload. It was slightly open. Red light from the alarms spilled into the hallway. He took a deep breath and whispered, "I'm coming. I'm here." Inside, the room was different from what he had imagined. Machines surrounded a containment field, a glowing sphere of soft but powerful light. Kira floated in the center, small and curled, yet radiant with shifting colors and patterns. The energy from her formed waves in the air, brushing against Ethan's mind. He could feel a fraction of her power, and it was overwhelming. Her voice entered his mind, trembling. "Go back, Ethan, please. Don't look at me. It will shatter you," he whispered back, voice shaking. I can't leave you alone." The alien scientists and human officers shouted through intercoms, warning him to leave. Some called him foolish, some called him insane. Some tried to reach him physically, but the doors had failed. Ethan moved closer, ignoring the tingling sensation in his skin, the pressure in his head, the way the air around him hummed with raw energy. "Please, Ethan," Kira said, her voice breaking. "If you see me, everything you know will change. It will hurt. It will tear you inside. Please." Ethan swallowed hard. "I know. I am scared. But I would rather be scared with you than safe without you." He stepped fully into the room. The air burned slightly, the pressure of her energy pressing against him like invisible waves. He could feel her emotions, her fear, her loneliness, her sadness. All of it pressed into him at once. He felt dizzy, as if the ground had vanished. His chest ached. Yet he did not turn away. He had chosen this. He had chosen to stay. Kira's form shimmered, shifting between human-like features and alien patterns of light. Her body pulsed with energy, raw and wild, but also fragile. The walls around them vibrated as the star's energy entered the station, seeking a balance only Kira could provide. "Ethan," she whispered, tears in her mind. "You shouldn't have come. It will hurt. It will break you." Ethan's hands shook. He reached toward her containment field, stopping just short. "I am here, and I am not leaving. Whatever happens, I stay with you." She trembled. Her energy brushed against him like fire and ice, yet it felt strangely comforting. He could feel her entire history, her pain, her guilt, her fears, but also her small joys, her laughs, her hope. All of it poured into him. He felt it in his chest, in his mind, in every part of him. His knees buckled, but he stayed. The scientists outside monitored the star and the room, baffled at the way the energy seemed to respond. Readings showed instability, yet somehow the energy did not erupt violently. The star's flares began to soften. The field surrounding Kira shifted, slowly stabilizing. Ethan felt his heart break and mend at the same time. Every part of him felt the weight of her life. Her loneliness, her power, her fear. Yet he also felt a strange connection, a bond that made the chaos manageable. He understood in a way no one else could that their hearts and minds had linked. You looked, Kira whispered, her voice soft now, trembling but calm. And you did break, but you are still here. Somehow, you are still here. Ethan gasped, breath coming in short bursts. Humans are stubborn, he said, shaking. We can walk with broken hearts. We keep going. We keep helping. Her energy pulsed gently, less wild, more harmonious. She whispered, I can feel it. Your hope. Your care. It changes things. It makes the field stable. It is different now, safer. Ethan could barely stand, knees weak, heart racing. Yet he smiled through the pain. He realized that together they had changed the outcome. The star no longer flared violently. The danger had softened. The field around Kira held, shaped not only by her power, but by the connection they shared. Outside, alarms continued, but readings were steadying. The scientists could not understand it. The humans and aliens monitoring the systems could see stability returning, but they did not know why. Ethan collapsed to the floor, exhausted but alive. Kira floated above him, shimmering with softer, calmer energy. She whispered, You stayed. You risked everything for me. For us. Thank you. He looked up at her, trembling. I told you. I cannot leave you alone, even if it hurts me, even if I break. I cannot leave. Her voice softened like a gentle wind. Then, we survived this, together. But it will not be easy. The trial, the danger, it is not over. Yet now, I feel hope. Ethan smiled faintly, feeling both broken and whole. The bond they had formed had changed everything. He had faced fear, pain, and overwhelming power, and had stayed. The alarms finally quieted. Lights stabilized. The star, though still dying, no longer lashed wildly. The room hummed softly with energy, balanced between danger and calm. Ethan lay on the floor, breathing heavily, feeling every emotion from the girl above him. Kira looked down at him. I warned you. Your heart would shatter. Yet, you are still here. Humans. You are strange, Ethan Cole. Fragile, stubborn, and brave. Ethan laughed softly, exhausted. Maybe that is what makes us human. We step forward when everyone else steps back. She floated closer, careful to avoid touching him directly. Her form shimmered with soft colors. Then, we face this together. From now on, no one is alone. Ethan nodded weakly. He had no idea what the future held, but he knew one thing. He would not abandon Kira. Not now, not ever. He had seen her, felt her, and connected with her in ways that defied logic or safety. And somehow, in the midst of chaos and danger, they had survived, together. For the first time, Ethan understood what she had meant when she said his heart would shatter. It had broken, yes, but it had also grown. And that growth, that stubborn human heart, had helped stabilize something far greater than himself. The experiment had begun. The danger was real. Yet in the quiet after the storm, Ethan realized that sometimes the human choice to stay, to risk everything for someone else, could change even the stars. And in the shadow of the black door, a new bond had formed, one that neither human nor alien could break.